Hello and welcome back to the garden. Beautiful day. We've had some really nice weather the last few days and it's actually brought all the plants in the greenhouse forward a little bit, but I have been starting to harden a few up, but they've sort of got a bit big, but it doesn't matter. For what we're going to fill today, it'll be fine. What we're going to do today, because we're about 2 days off our last frost day, so if I do a couple of baskets with you, and then I can, tomorrow I'll start planting the garden out, I think. But we need to get a couple of these done to show you how we're going to do them. These are the baskets. These are actually new ones this year. Our main ones are like a creamy colour, but these are going on the front, so they'll be a bit better. Now they all have a liner inside, which is a bit thinner, and what people normally do is make a hole in the bottom. Well, if you make a hole in the bottom, when you water it, it goes straight to the bottom and runs out onto the floor. So what I'm going to do is, I've got an old compost bag, look, cut a circle out, make it into a cone and put that in the bottom like that, look. And then what I'm going to do then, just put a bit of compost in it just to hold it down. Now this is normal potting compost, but I've added some heavier grade vermiculite in it, as you can see. It's like a medium grade vermiculite, and some bone, fish blood and bone in there as well. So that should hold that. Now once that's in, I'm going to actually, he says, looking for the scissors, make a few holes round the top of this, so there is drainage still there, but hopefully that little bottom bit will just make a reservoir to hold the water on hot days, so the plants can keep drawing it out. They'll all go for it anyway, but I'll just make, I don't know, half a dozen, I think, holes around it. You got to have drainage, else they'll go stale, and the plants won't like that at all. So there's a few holes there, so when the water's up here, it'll drain and it'll just keep us that little reservoir at the bottom. Right, let's fill it up a little bit. Not fill it too much, because these plants are quite big. Now we choose the front, which I think we'll put the front nearest you. The vermiculite, that this is like a medium grade, actually holds the water within the compost as well, which is always a good thing, and opens the compost up. This is what we're going to put in. There's the couple of pink geraniums. You see the sun's brought the flowers out a bit, beautiful flowers, so we use those. A couple of ivy leaf, they'll be nice against the pink. This is Saphinia, trailing petunia, if you like, trailing petunia. It's actually called candy floss. It's a lovely plant. It's got a few flowers on, but they'll soon go. As it's in the basket, they'll go and then it will settle down, start growing again and give another flush. And of course, this is bacopa snowflake, this one is. Normally when we build a basket, the plants aren't this big, so I would normally put 2 of those in, but this year I should put 1 in, but make sure it's facing inwards, so it'll go through the top of the basket and come down both sides. We start with getting the geranium at the back. Now if you see this one, look, it's the flowers are going down, so we'll take that flower off, shall we? And we'll take That's got just one going, so we'll just take that one as well. Any old leaves, take them off, and then tip it out. These are overwintered plants, look, so you can see they're still growing with the cuttings we took last autumn and then overwintered them. Made nice plants, haven't they? That's going at the back. Now that will get quite tall and quite wide, so it will fill around. And we'll just move the compost a little bit. I'll take the pot away. A little bit more compost in there, I think. And then when we finish, we'll top the compost up anyway. Now, like I was saying, with the, let's have this one closer. The bacopa, which is snowflake. These are cuttings again from overwintering. You can see they've done very well. But bacopa is a good basket plant. Now, if I put it on the edge like that, it'll do wonderful and go right down. But I don't want that. I want it to grow through. So I make room there, look. That's the longest side. So we'll put the longest side into the basket, and that will grow both sides. Now, where this plant will touch the compost, it'll actually root anyway. So it'll really fill the basket up. And give it a bit more compost around it. There you go. Now we need to get that petunia in there. But don't worry about that, that's fine. Make a nice patch. It smells nice as well, even the foliage. Right, let's have a look at this. I'll try and put the label with this because we've got that many trailing petunias now. If we keep the labels with them, we'll know what we're taking cuttings off, etc. in the autumn. Can you see this piece here, look? It's broken. So we take that piece off. That seems a shame, but it will die anyway because it was broken. And this one, get him out, or air out. You see again, rooted well, and you can see that heavier grade vermiculite's been grown in it, so it's really gone through it. So we open that up. Yeah, remember these normally go in twos, but these are that big. They'll fill up nicely. Again, look, we'll separate it a little bit. Be gentle with them because they'll snap off quite easy. And then a bit more compost in there to hold them up. And remember, you can try and get your compost so it's a little bit higher than normal, because when you water it shrinks back anyway, so no need to worry too much if you think you're overfilling them. When you first start, most of it will come out when you're watering. There's the candy floss label, so put that in there. Hopefully it'll still be there in the autumn. A bit more round the back. That's looking something like, isn't it? Remember, this is going to grow through. So that'll be fine, that'll grow nicely. Now we've got those in, we need to put the ivy leaf in the front, so all that compost I just put in, I'll dig a hole. There you are. Which one shall we have? This one? It looks a bit leggy at the moment, but if I show you here, there's lots of shoots coming through. There's not one in that one. I'll take that one off because that is dried out. I'll take that off. Even right back here, look, there's shoots coming through, so that's going to fill up nicely. And again, now to get this one in at the angle, I'm going to have to sort of tilt it in, and then what will happen is the weight of the plant as it grows will take it over the edge. So that will be fine. We'll bring those up to something like, make sure they're nice and tight. Bit more compost. Try not to break the flowers off. That will fill that, that will fill that, that will fill round there and round there. So I think now we just want 2 busy lizzies in there and 2 busy lizzies in there to base the basket out, and that will do. Now I have actually purchased these yesterday at the supermarket because they were good plants and there was 1 or 2 flowers on. We've got down to 1, oh no, we've got 2 flowers still on. But my own, or our own, hasn't really got the flowers on yet, so we don't know what colours we'd be putting in, because this is basically a pink basket. And let's see, I bought 2 trays. See what's in the other one. Well, that one's pinkish. There you go. We'll pop those in and that'll be that basket finished. It just wants a drop of water and it'll be away. Bury the busy lizzies to the edge, look, because they don't grow tall, they grow wide. If there's the rooms there, they'll go wide rather than tall. If there's no room sideways, they'll come straight up. That's fine, that's looking alright. We'll just do these at the back. There looks a lot of plants, but actually there's not that many in it, just a bit bigger this spring than normal. And then make sure you've got plenty of compost under there. It should be alright at that, because that compost will settle down nicely. These will sort themselves out, let them get on with it. And then put the chain on. And then we'll just hang it up here just for now until the plants settle down and we can water it. Now we've done one. They just need time to settle down and start growing. They'll be perfectly alright. We'll do the other one now. I've put the little bit of compost bag in the bottom, look. Then a bit of compost on it. I've got a pair of small scissors here, look. I just make the holes around above that, so hopefully that'll hold up a little reservoir of water for the summer. You never know, we might be at 40 degrees again this year and the poor plants will suffer. Just top it up. I do tend to firm it a little at the bottom and then keep it loose at the top. Very good compost this. It's nice and warm as well. Same again. Looking round it, look, there's 1 or 2 dead leaves on it we need to take off. That is still going well, so we'll leave that flower. No, we'll take that off because it is about finished. And then tip it out. Again, it's one of the overwintered cuttings we took last autumn. What do you think that way? Let's get that the right way. I'll just put a bit of compost up the wall, look, when it's going in. That'll be fine. Nice plant. As I did before, I put the bacopa in. These do make strong plants through the summer. And we put it in just there, look, and let it grow through. That's a little bit deeper. There you are. That'll grow through nicely, look. Separate it from that. And then this one, we'll let that go over the trailing petunia, and so it can root where it touches. Trailing petunia, same as the other one, candy floss. It's actually a little bit larger than the other one, so I'll have to be a bit careful. Now, this one is broken, look. And you see that one's broken, so unfortunately we have to take that off. It'll only die anyway. Once they get into the flower mode like these, you won't get an awful lot of cuttings off them. You either wait until autumn when they start putting growth on, and that's all your cuttings, or very early spring where you can get new shoots where you can take them off. I've actually took some off these early spring when they were starting to grow, so we've still got more, but obviously they're very small at the moment, but they won't be long. But these are what we might call the overwintered ones, so they're quite large. And we've got to get an ivy leaf in there, so we need room. Now you can see where we need this to grow through, so now's the time to do it before we put the ivy leaf in, you see. Don't worry about them, they're well joined to the plant, so they'll be fine. That one will grow that way, then that way. Again, check for leaves that are about finished. We don't want to put those in if they're about done. These are straight from the bottom. They've been outside for a few days, but we've had no cold weather to harden them up as such. But then again, tomorrow there's no frost anyway now, so they should be alright. Now I have to put this one at an angle like that because these will go down, okay? So I might have to break some of this compost off. I'll do it here rather than in there. There you are. It's quite a big plant. I think that was a cutting we took over a year ago, and it's just overwintered the plant. That's why it's got quite big. Be gentle with your But gentle with the petunias because they will snap if you're not careful with them. Compost up. All the way round. It's the beauty of doing it in a wheelbarrow. You can push the compost in, and it doesn't matter if it goes on Di's feet. Just gently press it for now and let the watering do the rest. Busy Lizzie, busy Lizzie. That one's definitely a pink. We'll have a bit of white in the other side. Like that. That one's pink. I'm sure when we bought them I could see more colour, but you definitely don't want the red. What about that one? Cerise, is it? And that one. So I'll pop those 4 in. Whereas the supermarket plants, they was 3 for £5. £3 three trays of 10 for £5. Now we actually raised some of these from seed, and then nearly there, they're starting to flower, but they haven't come into colour. But it was this year we'll do the same and see if we can get the seed off these. The only trouble with the supermarket ones, you don't know whether you're buying vine weevil eggs in there as well, so we have to be very careful when we're taking the baskets apart in the autumn, checking for them. And I'd never try and overwinter anything just like that. I would need to take it all apart. And that's it. I think it's all full all the way around. It is. It just wants parking up and let it grow. That'll do splendid. In fact, if we move that one round there, look, fill the back up as well. That's a good basket. Make sure these are not twisted, else they're not the strongest of links and they do give. All the clips are on. It's not quite right. If you haven't got them detangled before you hook them on, it'll hang at an angle. That's it, look, that's nice. Try again. See if we got it this time. You've got to be so careful dropping the chains in case when you pull up you damage the flowers. But that's fine. Always give it a lift before you take it out to hang it, just in case one of the chains is not quite correct, else the whole basket will tip up. Well, here there's just one or two bits on the acer that need trimming off, so I've got the secateurs with me, so I'll do them. Acer is actually called Acer palmatum dissectum atropurpurea. But can you see where the wind's caught like a leaf there? But that's not dead, so I'm not going to take that. If you come to this one's pretty dead, look, so we'll take that off, and that, and that. There's another one there, look. Can you see that's dead? That's not dead, so we'll leave that alone. And then there's a big branch here, look. The wind's actually caught that and killed it. But looking at it, it's nice and red down there and to there, so I'm going there and hopefully that'll break again. Now, we've done one or two jobs with it this week. I'm still waiting. As for say, a Monday, Tuesday we will have no more frosts, so that's when I shall put all the plants in the garden. He says, I'll start putting the plants in the garden. There's a lot to go in, but I want to get those tomatoes in because the bottom greenhouse, they'll soon be lifting the roof up. Now, that's how you do hanging baskets. I have 10 more to do. So if I show you again at some stage, and when we're filling these troughs, as you can see, these troughs have got a little bit of time left in them. There's still a few nice plants, but they'll all want taking out, replenishing, and then the bedding plants adding to them in the gaps. So there's quite a bit to do, but we'll take you with us while we do it. So that'll be it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do have a go and start your baskets as soon as you can, then you'll get time to sit and look at them and drink your Pims then in the summer. Enjoy your week, everyone. We'll see you next week. Bye now.